Let's go. Let's go. They work for. Oh, you are so right. It didn't work for him.
We're now getting a closer look at the mountains of evidence federal investigators collected.
I like how that, it did not work for J.E. Someone start saying J.E. Not at all. Yeah, so they best have, what do you call it? They best have cameras everywhere. They best be checking on, because we all know that J.E. didn't do that to himself. Anyways, that's here or there. Let's go.
We're now getting a closer look at the mountains of evidence federal investigators collected at the homes of P. Diddy leading up to his indictment. This includes things like guns, ammunition, electronic evidence, and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and personal lubricant. To understand all...
Diddy, you one freaky ass motherfucker. You one freaky deaky ass motherfucker. Like, 1,000. Yo, this ain't even a fucking. You know the ones where you listen to something and you think, yo, hold up. This is a prank, right? This is a joke, yeah? You know where, they try to blow things out of proportion. Yeah? Yo, let's go.
This and how it relates to Diddy's case. We're hearing from former CIA officer and FBI agent Tracy Walter. I'm Sierra Gillespie, and this is Law and Crime News.
He knows
Major
a lot.
news this week out of New York, where now
I think he might be on the same level as J.E. when it comes to knowledge.
Disgraced rapper Sean P. Diddy Combs was arrested and taken into custody. On Monday, a grand jury indicted him on multiple federal charges, including racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Homeland Security took Diddy into custody at the Park Hyatt in New York. According to his legal team, Diddy's been in the city for the past week ahead of these anticipated charges. So Diddy may have had a heads up that these charges were on the way.
I know he got a heads up. Somebody told him, like, yo, fam. Oh, Grim. Only feel sorry for those that dealt with him who are innocent. Their reputation will take a hit, too. Justice for Tupac. I said that at the beginning of the live, yeah? Gave a whole bunch of names at the end. Pac. Yo, bro, justice for Pac for real, though. Yeah? Eminem knew what he was saying when he was saying that he put out that, that hit on Pac. Yeah, Keefy D here singing in court right now. Like, justice for Pac. And yo, Grim, appreciate you, man. Thank you for that donation. Good looking out, man. Thanks a lot. But was trying to escape. I don't think he was trying to escape. That's why, before he was trying to escape. And then when he realized and got the heads up what was going on, he came back to New York. He didn't want to be arrested in any other state. He's smart. He didn't want to be about. He knew what date they were coming for him. So he flew up to New York. Maybe not know the day, but the time frame, like within the next 6 days, 7 days. Flew to New York. Let me get arrested in New York. So I could stay in a New York jail around my friends and family. Because out of state, or out of New York, he ain't really got that much pull and power. Did he got the keys to the city, or did, to New York. So he knew what he was doing. Somebody gave him a heads up, and that's what I believe, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, now he gonna pay. Heavy D, everybody, man. For Craig Mack, Notorious Big, Black Rob. Oh, there's many more, you know. Yeah, and parking put. Oh, don't get me started. Yeah, maybe. Is he smart? Now, I don't think it was a smart move, because either which way, no matter where he goes, he was, he was going to get. And same, I think he just felt a bit more comfortable in being in his home state.
wasn't a complete surprise to the rest of us either. Federal investigators issued search warrants on 2 of Diddy's homes this spring, and that's when experts told us it's not if, but when Diddy will be arrested. We couldn't confirm then that Diddy was the target of the search, but we had a good idea what investigators were looking for: electronic evidence of alleged illegal acts like sexual assault or racketeering. These allegations date back to November of last year, when Cassandra Ventura, known publicly as the singer Cassie, filed civil suit against Diddy. She laid out some major claims against him, saying over the course of their relationship, Diddy physically and emotionally abused her, forced her to carry illegal weapons, and even made her have sex with prostitutes.
And does anybody here know, how old was she when Diddy got with Cassie? Because I remember about the time when he got with her, but I remember we were all thinking, yo, bro, she's young. Like, she's a baby. And with Diddy as well, you gotta be like, bro, how long have you had your eyes on her? How long have you, because a lot of these guys, they groom a lot of these artists, I mean, we talk about Diddy and grooming artists, let's go back to the Usher and the Biebers of the world. Like, yo, Cassie was just, man, I'm glad Cassie's moved on and is happy with her life, but everything that she's had to go through and endure just to reach to this stage, we're talking over a decade of abuse, man. That's like, there ain't no money. You people like, yeah, she got paid, ain't no money that could fix damages. You know what I'm saying? Emotional damages. You can't pay somebody enough money to get over the trauma, the PTSD that they go through every day just because of what you put them through. Money don't count shit. It may help. They twisted, it'll help, but it doesn't erase what has been done, so yeah.
The lawsuit was settled outside of court just one day after it was filed, but it was just the start of the wave of lawsuits that Diddy would soon face. Over the next few months, multiple other accusers came forward with civil suits, alleging Diddy's pattern of sexual abuse dated back as far as the 1990s. A civil suit filed by Rodney Jones, also known as the producer Lil Rod, brings these accusations into 2024. According to Lil Rod's lengthy suit, Diddy is the kingpin in a gun trafficking, drug trafficking, and sex trafficking scheme. Lil Rod also accused Diddy of sexual assault and echoed—
I didn't hear about the gun trafficking. I never heard about the gun trafficking, bro. That's the use. Sex trafficking, gun trafficking. All feds have to get involved. Even if it's just a rumor. They have to get involved. Like, and then we heard that, he was always working. How could he get away with all this over so many years? Everybody felt he was like a federal informant. We will find out. Because a lot of these guys who had their CIs on the inside, like doing undercover, a lot of these guys over the last 15, 20 years, they've either passed away, retired. They're no longer a part of the force or the federal bureau. So where you thought you had protection from 15 years ago because of somebody, it ain't the same today. So we gonna see what's going on, man. I'm here. I'm not trying to say I'm here for it, but yo, let's go.
Cassie's allegation that Diddy forced him to have sex with a prostitute. Lil Rod's lawsuit includes something else that may have piqued the feds' interest. He alleges there are hundreds of hours of video and audio recordings of Diddy's illegal behavior. We now know this is what the feds were searching for on March 25th, when they executed search warrants at Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami. At the time, we only speculated that investigators collected electronic evidence, but now we know for sure. According to the indictment against Diddy, investigators seized more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant from his home. The court doc states these items were used in something referred to as freak-offs, which were elaborate and produced sex performances that Combs arranged, directed, masturbated during, and often electronically recorded. In arranging these freak-offs, Combs, with the assistance of members and associates of the Combs enterprise, transported and caused to be transported commercial sex workers across state lines and internationally. During freak-offs, Combs distributed a variety of controlled substances to victims, in part to keep the victims obedient and compliant. Sometimes, unbeknownst to the victims, Combs kept videos he filmed of victims engaging in sex acts with commercial sex workers. After freak-offs, Combs and the victims typically received.
And when they say bringing people over state lines, they don't necessarily mean like in America, bro. I mean, he could have been bringing people from like third world countries, you know what I mean? Mexico, South America, you know, like Caribbean, all over the world, and bringing them over, passport, and them taking them back. It just opened my mind. I'm like, damn, it doesn't necessarily have to be in the States. And even then now, if you're taking them from poor countries with that in mind, knowing that they'll do anything just to try, you've automatically become their pimp as well too. But yeah, sex trafficking, like he should be locked in cell with yeah, I was about to say, I was like, what? But I hear what you're saying. Yes, punishment should be locked in the cell with 50. Bruh. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm here for that one. Yep, to hell with celebrity boxing match. Oh, man. Man, what 50 would do to that guy, bro. No Diddy. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Alicia, yo, let's go.
IV fluids to recover from the physical exertion and drug use. So Diddy's business employees allegedly facilitated these freak-offs.
He drugged them up so much that they had, oh my days.
Keep the victims obedient and compliant. Sometimes, unbeknownst to the victims, Combs kept videos he filmed of victims engaging in sex acts with commercial sex workers. After freak-offs, Combs and the victims typically received IV fluids to recover from the physical exertion and drug use. So Diddy's business employees allegedly facilitated these freak-offs by stocking the hotel rooms in advance with the required freak-off supplies, including controlled substances, baby oil, lubricant, extra linens, and lighting, cleaning the hotel rooms after the freak-offs to try to mitigate room damage, arranging for travel for victims, commercial sex workers.
You mean, all I'm hearing is eliminating all evidence. And if you have that happening as well too, that means you know you're doing something wrong. I'm just saying that, like.
And Combs to and from freak-offs, resupplying Combs.
I think when he was saying, why would he be in jail though? No, not in jail, but just lock him up in a cell. Don't even need to be a cell. Take him out of the cell, out of jail, and put him in a room with 50. I'll say a ring, but put him in a room. Doesn't matter which room. It's just, we know 50 will.
With the requested supplies, delivering large sums of cash to Combs to pay the commercial sex workers, and scheduling the delivery of IV fluids. So these items were collected during the federal raids, including narcotics and hundreds of bottles of lube and baby oil. There were also electronic files of these freak-offs, and the feds collected those too. In addition to all this, investigators seized AR-15 guns, ammunition, and a large capacity drum magazine from Diddy's home. Since those raids in March, federal prosecutors have been crafting their case against.
In all fairness, I'm going to be honest. When it came to the guns found at his home, I don't think Diddy's that stupid to have guns at his place and they're not registered. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that charge will stick unless they're talking about bringing stuff from across the state line and have people talking about receipts. We bought this, we got, you know what I'm saying? I've not found at his house. Like, I've heard people in the States, I've watched a few YouTube channels where, man, they got all kind of guns. I ain't even gonna say what, because I don't know nothing about them kind of guns. They're just guns, you know? Yeah. But yeah, let's roll, man.
Against Diddy, which led to grand jury proceedings against
50,
him.
You know,
so he was indicted
50
on Monday and taken into custody, and on Tuesday, that indictment was unsealed. Also on Tuesday, Diddy appeared in federal court where he pleaded not guilty to the charges against him. During the hearing, Diddy was also denied bail, a federal judge ruling he must remain in custody until trial. With all that in mind, let's take a closer look at what exactly the feds collected from Diddy's homes. For that, we turn to former CIA officer and FBI agent Tracy Walder. This indictment that just came down, I know we were kind of expecting it to happen, but when it did, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, I had expected, and I'd said before that I thought we'd get an indictment within 6 to 9.
Okay. All right, cool. Hold up, let me go. I want the news. Let me see some more here, man.
That evidence.
I feel like a lot of us who don't have experience in the FBI or CIA, we just picture movies or TV shows when you see people come in and opening drawers and closets and going through everything. But what does it really look like when they're there on the ground serving these federal warrants?
Yeah, I mean,
I really think too, when I saw them come to go and raid his houses, the kind of force that they came with, I thought it was all done for a publicity stunt, They didn't have to come in that heavy and to make a scene like that, At the same time, I think they really wanted to set the tone and embarrass him and show the rest of the world that he is not as untouchable as he likes to portray himself to be. So when I saw them do all of that, that's the first thing came in my mind, was like, yep, they're trying to set an image out to the world like we can get anyone. You know what I mean? So, I think that's the full coverage here. You know, fast forward a bit and see.
So there are illegal drugs like meth and also prescription drugs too. I'm wondering if federal investigators are going to look and track down who provided these to Diddy. Where was the source for these prescription or other street drugs that were in the homes?
Yeah, I ain't too, well, let's go back there, because then I gotta think about, if we start talking about drugs that he used to put people under the influence to perform his freak-offs with, boy, I'm telling you, a lot of people are gonna go down. A lot of people are gonna go down.
They mentioned a drum magazine as well. Where are those stored now? Where does all of that go?
An evidence locker of some sort, I'm assuming, to the FBI.
All right, so they're just going to be talking about, let me get on, let's see what else we got here we could get into. Check the next one.